From the floor of the CME Group, this is Danny Riley on today's Cash Close. Yeah, I'm ready to fight. That's right. And then you know what the name of this video is going to be? It's going to be called S&P 500, running the buy stops and all-time new highs. The high of the day in the S&P came in at 21.15.5 recently. The low came in at 21.03 even early. At last, we're 21.13.20. We're up 6.5 handles. Total volume is still super low. We may come out with 1.1 million minis and only 2,000 big S&Ps traded in the pit. MOC, yikes. The MIM was showing small to sell, and the actual MOC came out sell 1 billion. Now, tomorrow we've got the MBA purchase applications. We've got the new home sales number. We've got Janet Yellen speaking. We have the EIA Petroleum status number, and we have a 5-year note auction. Now look, I don't know what to say about this, but thin to win has really been taking over this whole rally. You know, when I added up the last 3 down days, one down day was down 0.4 handles, one down day was down 0.5 handles, and the other day was down 0.1 handles. So out of the last 3 down days that we've had, we've closed down a total of 1 handle, or 1 point. Jeez, not much of a pullback in there. Now look, I started talking today on the Twitter, and I started talking about it in the chat room, that I think we're getting close to a near-term high. And, well, I don't want to, well, a level that we can pull back from, say, And today, on the close, that 1 billion to sell actually came out sell 1 billion to 1.7 billion, shows that the mutual funds are selling at the end of the month, or at least starting to. And that draws us back to something called T+3. Now, I've got the 2020 area as an area for resistance, and I kind of think that maybe we could get up there and maybe a little higher, but I think we're going to start to come back down. In fact, I'm going to call from 2020 to 2025, then the next 35 handles is down. That's what I'm going to say. Everybody loves this thing right now, and it's just not pulling back. At one of these days, we are going to get a pullback, and I think it's coming soon. Now, the last thing I want to do is I want to apologize to all my competitors. I'm sorry, you should have called me if you were having a webinar this weekend. We're blowing everybody out. In fact, our numbers are so huge, we've expanded the room to over 1,000 people. Now, in the past, what we've noticed about this is that most people don't sign up for these webinars until Thursday or Friday. We think this is going to be a complete blowout. And you want to know why? Because we are real traders. We're here to talk about the truth, about what's really going on in the markets. And we're going to provide you some very, very, very good stimuli this weekend with the Pitbull. He's going to have his trading jacket on. He's going to be hustling and bustling. And then we're going to bring in Trevor from Market Delta. I talk about all those buy and sell imbalances. And for me, that's the way I read my charts. That's kind of like me looking at the old boards at the CME. Now I can see the volume per tick on those charts. For me, it talks to me. It's a story. And then we're going to bring, as I said, we're going to bring in the guys from Live Squawk. Stuart, great guy, came from London to meet me in Chicago, brought his daughter, terrific guy, building up a news service that I think is going to be one of the #1 in Europe. And then again, we're going to bring in our own Marlon Cobb, great guy, who's going to talk about some advances that we've been working on with the MIM and some new announcements that I think are going to be very exciting. That said, you guys, we're going out on a firm note. Even though the S&Ps are closing higher, we are seeing some big selling on the close. We're going to leave it like that, and we'll see you guys tomorrow on the opening print.